Wells Fargo, they are facing a lot of heat this morning.
A lawsuit against Wells Fargo claiming discriminatory mortgage practices.
The company scheduled fake job interviews to increase diversity numbers in annual reports.
Forging customer signatures, creating PINs to activate unauthorized debit cards, and moving money to unauthorized accounts.
So I think that's the missing ingredients, is workers having a union at Wells Fargo so that the bank could move beyond a scandal a month to be able to push back against unfair metrics and sales pressures.
While I had my 90-year-old mother waiting to have a shower at 8:30 because I was on the phone trying to make a sale, what did that get me? That got me nothing. What did that get upper management? That got more into their pocketbook and into their retirement fund and into their I can buy an island fund or whatever they're doing with their money. But morally, that behavior was not right in my book.
So Wells Fargo has had so many scandals, it's difficult to count them all.
And I think it speaks to just how rotten to the core Wells Fargo is when it comes to toxic subculture. We have these external scandals, whether we're opening up fake accounts or our performance reporting isn't correct, or we're over here foreclosing on homes and we're damaging our external client, but we're not doing anything for our employees either.
That kind of pressure resulted in, this situation where workers had to decide, am I gonna keep my job and put food on the table, or do I have to find some way to meet this metric of 8 is great?
Other big banks average fewer than 3 accounts per customer, but you set the target at 8 accounts. Every customer of Wells should have 8 accounts with the bank.
Over the past 10 years, the way that I've raised issues itself has been a red flag.
HR is still working for Wells Fargo, so if you have a union that can nip things in the bud, because employees may be afraid to reach out to HR.
During the sales practice scandal, the HR department ignored almost 6,000 claims of issues like being forced to open up accounts at a branch. You kind of see that, it's not really well received when you raise your hand. So if we can't raise our hand and that's what we're being instructed to do, how do we take the power back that's due to us as employees and due to our customers?
Besides that, scandals are not free. So every time there is a scandal, that costs money, and a lot of money. So in my humble opinion, I believe that if they took that money that is spent digging themselves out of scandals and put it into something positive, like their employees, whether it be better health care, raises, that would be huge.
So the main 4 issues, to summarize, that we see at Wells Fargo are transparency as it relates to pay, safety as it relates to our physical safety or COVID-based safety, equal application and adherence to policies and procedures, and then finally, the diversity and inclusion issues that we've heard so much about recently in the press.
The thing that really ticked off workers this last winter was, I think Charlie Scharf got a 20% raise, and workers, got a 1 to 3% raise.
When I got 0%, when they handed me the paper, I kind of thought it was a joke. I said to my manager, "Well, nothing changed," and she said, "That's right." I don't know how harsher word to use other than I believe it's gluttony.
There's not that same examination of enriching the worker in the same way that we might enrich an investor.
I started working for DoorDash in 2017 to make extra money. I didn't want to live paycheck to paycheck.
It hurts me to see people not being paid what they should. And it hurts me, you know, in a world where there's so many disadvantages when you're not the Charlie Scharf white guy at the top.
No one working for a company such as Wells Fargo, a big bank, or any Fortune 500 company should ever be forced to take a second job just to have fun, just to have and meet ends. You're putting in 40 hours. You're in front of the public on a daily basis. So I believe that one job should absolutely meet your needs.
We provide training and support and knowledge, so the workers have the tools they can to engage folks. Workers are looking forward to have a voice and to organize a union so they can fix problems and how their working conditions impact customers.
I believe that a union will help prevent scandals, mainly because if you see something, you feel safe and secure to say something right away.
If they had a union, right, they'd have that so that they could talk to a regulator and tell them what's really going on without worrying that they're going to suffer consequences the next day.
If you need us to make this business run, you need to be accountable to us, and we collectively can enforce that and stand up for our rights as either employees and then stand up for our rights as for our clients.